2020 is a very, very different year for a lot of reasons. One of those reasons, I think 2020 has made everybody more comfortable with being late on their haircuts. Look at this. It's not a faux hawk, it's a freaking fro hawk right now. I've got to get this taken care of. This is pretty bad right now. But aside from the fro hawk issue I'm suffering right now, I do have a question for you guys. Something that's really bothering me is right now you're seeing a lot of traders, you're seeing news articles, you're seeing a lot of, just a lot of information talking about this psychological barrier, the $18,000 psychological barrier. But here's the question I have. I even asked this on Twitter, didn't get any clear answers on this, is who is this barrier for? Because we know the data says that the recent rally we're seeing right now isn't a result of retail. While retail may be buying, and retail is buying as a result of institutions pushing the price up. We know it's the institutions pushing this up, but a psychological barrier for institutions doesn't make sense to me for the simple fact that they're unemotional. They're unemotional investors. They don't really give two shits, right? So it can't really be retail either because retail isn't feeling this. I'm lost here as far as who's the psychological barrier set for as far as this $18,000 mark. My guess was George Soros. But of course, I'm being funny there when I say that, okay? Not being serious. I know some people, I said that on Twitter, and some people actually took that very, very serious. But listen, we've got to talk about something today because there's 10 predictions that came out for Bitcoin for 2021. 10 predictions. And I feel like a lot of them are on point, but there's a few of them that just make no sense to me at all. But there is one prediction that really is very startling for me when it comes to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And it's not one of regulation, and it's not one of, world conquest by China in the whole digital currency aspect. It's a prediction about we're going to have less guys with hoodies and more guys with suits. And I'll explain in more detail here in just a little bit what I'm talking about and why that is concerning. Also, did you guys see what JP Morgan Chase said about gold and Bitcoin? Did you not? I mean, if you've been in this space since 2017, you kind of learn not to listen to what JP Morgan Chase has to say. They're like balancing a ball with a knife, okay? They're more dramatic than a Kardashian having to wait in line, okay? So, I mean, this is very interesting stuff. We need to unpackage all this today, but make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and dive into this. Let's go straight into the JP Morgan news because JP Morgan is like becoming the clown of crypto. It really is. But here in a nutshell, everything they're saying is gold is going to suffer for years because of Bitcoin. They're pointing out the fact that right now that institutions are just beginning to buy Bitcoin. And keep in mind, institutions are just beginning to buy Bitcoin, but we still have not broke through and stayed above our all-time highs. Most of what is happening at the institutional level is OTC and now more derivative products, but that's a whole different conversation. But it's true. Institutions are buying more. But the question is, where is the data to support? Okay? Truly, where is the data? I can't find it. I've looked, I've asked people that know more than I do. I've asked people that deal with gold. Where is the data that shows that you have investors jumping ship from gold coming to Bitcoin? Trust me, I would be the first one that would love to see that. I would, but I don't want to get emotional about it. And I don't want to jump to conclusions just because something in the news says this is happening, right? It sounds good. It's a feel-good story. But where is the data? Like the true, tangible data. I don't want to look at the price. Don't show me because the price of gold went down and gold and Bitcoin went up. That's not good enough. Tangible data showing that there's a power shift, a paradigm shift, if you will, from gold to Bitcoin. I cannot find it. If you guys know where that source is at, please share that in the comment section below. Now, here's where things are going to get pretty interesting. We have to talk about the 10 predictions for 2021. China, Bitcoin, taxes, stablecoins, and more. And a lot of this I think you guys will agree with. And knowing the crypto community, a lot of this I don't think you guys will agree with. But let's start with number one. China leading the CBDC and future money race. That's a no-brainer. That's absolutely true. We do know that China is going to lead that. I don't think it's because of the innovation. I don't think it's because they're trying to take their people to the next level. I don't think it's because they want to be first to the technology just to say, hey, we're like first to the moon kind of thing. I think the purpose of the CBDC is the fact that if you go to a CBDC, the country, the government, and the bank, all three of them basically one in China, have end-to-end control of your money. They can track every bit of your spending. They can take your money away at will. There is no stashing cash, right? So if they make a situation to where cash is useless and obsolete in your ecosystem or your financial ecosystem, and everything has to go digital, that's power. That is insane amount of power over your people. And I actually struggle with the idea of America adopting CBDC, because think about this. If you were to go from crypto to cash, right? And you can't go to, like, you know, your old methods of cash, you have to go to these CBDCs. I don't know. I just feel like it adds another layer of, hey, you're screwed. We have complete control of you. We can take your money at will. We can audit your life. I just don't like it. You know what I mean? I feel like the world is over audited. I feel like the world is, we're all over controlled. Whether you like to believe it or not, every single one of us has a leash on us. Every one of us. And you can't say it's not true, because if you carry one of these, some of us have multiple of these. But if you carry one of these, all right, you have a leash on you. It's true. At any given moment, that microphone can be activated. At any given moment, the tracking device can be activated. Any given moment, the information about what you are interested in and what you do can be taken. Hell, look at what social media does. Social media actually takes everything you do in your life, uses that information against you to try to get you to buy shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, think about the CBDC for a second. I think that is dangerous territory. Number 2, traditional financial institutions and private banks falling in love with Bitcoin. I think that's already happened. I don't think that this is going that this is really going to be anything more exciting than what it is today. I think what you're going to see is maybe a few more products available, more custody available, but nothing that says, ooh, we should get super excited, ooh, we should be jumping for joy, and ooh, Bitcoin's going to go to the moon. I don't see that happening because of banks in 2021. Number 3, the taxman provides crypto tax clarity. And this is a big freaking deal. This is one that has me concerned. I know it has many of you guys concerned as well. Actually, it's not just the IRS. We know that the Treasury Department, and we know that we have the the comptroller of the currency for the United States talking about making sure that everybody's wallets are KYC'd. So if you have a wallet, a ledger, nano, whatever it is, and you want to send your crypto to, say, Coinbase, or you want to send it to Gemini or Kraken, any place that has a fiat offboard, the wallet that sends the crypto to that exchange has got to be KYC'd. And I'm willing to bet it's a KYC AML, and there's going to be an audit, and it has to be approved kind of thing. I don't know. That's what I'm worried about. Tax clarity, I think, is going to be something not too terrible in relation to what the other regulations will be. Number 4, crypto M&A, turning crypto unicorns into crypto octopuses, M&As. Yeah, that's actually very true. That's already happening. Actually, I know of a project that's going to release an M&A that's happening before the end of the year. It's actually a really, really, really big deal. And I get to be one of the first ones to break that news to you. So yeah, I do see number 4 being a big deal. 5, retail investors, my mom. No, this is bullshit because of the fact you can already buy Bitcoin easily. That argument that you can't get Bitcoin easily is a stupid argument in 2020. It really is. It's an irrelevant, it's a dinosaur argument. That problem does not exist today. Coinbase makes it easier than ever. Gemini makes it easier than ever. You have freaking Square that makes it easier than ever. Bitcoin is not hard to buy. Your mom, your grandma, your grandpa, if anyone who uses a smartphone and uses an app can easily buy Bitcoin today. Number 6, traditional hedge funds and family offices rushing into crypto. That's already happening. I don't think it's going to be anything, how can you say, any more relevant in 2021 than it is in 2020, because it's already happening. It's not, that's kind of like old news. 7, crypto derivatives exchanges growing up. Well, I think you're going to see in 2021 a lot of your crypto based exchanges like your Bybits, your BitMEXs, your FEMXs, even your PrimeXBTs. I believe you're going to see the U.S. push those guys out. I believe when they say growing up, what they should say is cleaning up and making more room for the CME. And when that actually happens, I believe an ETF will finally be released. That's just my thoughts. Number 8, this is the one that bothers me the most. Move away hoodies. Here come the suits to professionalize the industry. This one worries me more than anything else because of the fact that at the point that really becomes true, if it becomes true in 2021, it's not the people's currency. It's not the people's opportunity. Right now, the average person can come into this space and make millions of dollars. If not millions of dollars, you can change your life. You can find financial freedom. You get what I'm saying? You can pay your bills and then have some if you're in this space, especially if you work in this space. And it's because of the people that are in the hoodies. Yes, the people in the hoodies are also responsible for getting people wrecked. There is good and there is bad. But the thing is, the average Joe has the freedom. So number 8 is one that I'm not happy to see. I'm really not happy to see. I don't want to see it professionalized in the sense that we have suits and people from Wall Street and bankers and people with super strong financial credentials and education saying, oh, well, we got to clean this out. This isn't for the average Joe. Average Joe needs to understand what they're investing in. They don't understand what it is. They need to become accredited. They need to make more money before they can handle something like this kind of bullshit. I'm not looking forward to that. And this is what crypto does not need to become. Number 9, new regulations driving traffic at DeFi. I believe as regulations tighten, as IRS tries to get more clarification, as all that happens, I believe DeFi in 2021. I believe the TVL of DeFi in 2021 is going to break records. I believe it's going to moon. I do. I believe we're going to see like a 30 billion to 50 billion TVL in DeFi probably by summertime. That's just my thoughts. Could be wrong. Number 10, stablecoins play a bigger role in cross-border transactions. That's already happening, especially on a person-to-person level. People aren't using Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any of these other assets for cross-border payments. Like if you were going to send money to somebody new in China, if they owed you money, you're going to send them stablecoins. You're going to send them USDT, USDC, GUSD, whatever it may be, USDN. You know what I'm saying? You're going to send them a stablecoin asset. It works as good as cash, but you don't have the bullshit of freaking wire transfers. You don't have the bullshit of a bank trying to say, hey, where did this money come from? Who's it going to? Give me your ID. Tell me your life story. What'd you eat this morning? Did you take a shit too? You get what I'm saying? Just none of that bullshit. And that's the nice thing about stablecoins for payments. I believe that's going to become more of the common thing. I think it's going to be less of people using cash apps and PayPals and Venmos. And I believe in 2021, you will start seeing more people saying, hey, what's your USDT address? I do think that is coming. Now, something else I think is really going to change in 2021 is, I hate to say it, but gambling. It's already happening here in 2020. Like, players prefer cashing out in Bitcoin amid rally, says online poker giant. There's poker giants out there that are having to buy millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin in order to cash out their players because their players are wanting not to cash out in USD. And here's what's crazy. Okay, so you're seeing poker players cashing out more in Bitcoin, less in USD. You're seeing derivative traders cash out more in stablecoins and less in Bitcoin. What is going on here? You get what I'm saying? There's a strange little shift here. It's kind of mind-blowing in a lot of ways. But the reason I'm bringing this up, why this is pertinent in 2021, is I need to talk about today's sponsor. And you need to watch this one because this is actually pretty interesting. I like seeing innovation. Now, when you go and look at something like Uniswap, you go look at the interface, right? This is what you see. For most people, this is foreign. The reason why most normies have not jumped on to Uniswap is I see this, there's a lot of information missing that they are accustomed to. There's a lot of things missing that they are accustomed to. This is a very foreign thing, and sometimes it's not as easy as just figuring out what coins you want to swap. Sometimes you can't find the coins. You have to put in the token addresses. There's a lot of different things that can make this very threatening to the average Joe. And yes, you have charts and whatnot, but most people do not understand how to use the charts to make good market buys. Because remember, this is all market buys right here when you're using your Uniswap app. Now, a lot of people try to provide solutions for this by adding layers to it, exchange layers to it. Not all exchange layers are good. And a lot of these DeFi exchange layers are appearing like crazy. What's missing, though, is integrity and quality, right? It's like this thing. Do you want quantity or do you want quality? And quality is something that has been missing and is something that our space has been plagued with. This is where I introduce you to Unilayer, okay? A new layer of possibility is traded on Uniswap. Now, this to me is significant for two reasons. I like the fact that they add familiarity to the DEX space. decentralized exchange space. I like that. It's needed because unfortunately a lot of people are in this space aren't super tech savvy. There's a lot of them are still very green. Even some of the people who have been in the space for a long time don't venture into DEXs because it just seems too threatening. Very unlike the other things they're used to. And the other reason why I like Unilayer is the team, which I'll get into that a little bit later. The platform itself is actually really good too. I mean, it also offers staking, lending, it has a launchpad and NFT, and we're going to talk about the launchpad here in just a little bit. But if you look at this platform, it's very familiar. And again, if you go back to the original Uniswap, many people just don't see those options, and it's like, okay, what do I do? Am I doing the right thing? Did I get a good price? Is this working out the way it's supposed to? This right here, in my opinion, very much cleans that up, simplifies it, especially for those who find the DEXs threatening. I like it. Now, they have a launchpad, and they are going to launch their first token, which is BetFi, which is kind of cool here because now not only do you have a layered solution on top of Uniswap to where you can get in there, you can trade, you can stake, but now they give an easy way for people to get into new altcoins using their launchpad, and this is really cool. So their first one is BetFi. This sell actually opens up today, 4 hours from now. And to give you a Reader's Digest version of what BetFi is a decentralized gaming, esports, and DeFi platform on Ethereum blockchain. It is 100% decentralized with the DeFi features like staking. It has revenue sharing, and it utilizes the BFI token for its holders. Now, it is audited, and it is KYC'd by Unilayer, okay? They do have multiple in-house games working with it right now, Rubstein, Poker, Roulette, and such, and games such as that. 80% of the fees will go to the stakers on the BetFi platform. 10% of the fees go to buybacks, burns, making the BFI token deflationary. And every single game will be audited by Unilayer's partner, Hacken. So it's pretty dang cool. They actually thought this out pretty well. Now, you have to also remember BetFi is very risky in the sense that it offers gambling. Gambling is a very dangerous thing for a lot of people. I'm not encouraging the gambling aspect. I don't think that you guys should gamble. What I am saying, though, is the BetFi platform itself. The BetFi platform coming out on Unilayer, I got to tell you what, is pretty dang genius, especially at a time where we're seeing that the world of gambling is looking into the world of crypto for solutions as far as settlements, as far as how to handle awards and winnings. But 2021 is going to be a very interesting year nonetheless. It is. I'm excited to see what it brings. I'm actually kind of fearful as well to see what it brings. The thing that scares me the most about 2021 is regulation. Like, what kind of regulation are they going to put in there? And are they going to make it harder for the little guy like you and me? Believe it or not, I am a little guy too. I'm not a bank. I'm not some giant whale. I'm not an institution. You know what I'm saying? I'm the average Joe as well. And it's very important to me that I still be able to have the freedom to do this lifestyle, work in the crypto space, pay my damn taxes, and have them leave me alone. You get what I'm saying? But listen, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.